97,000 tons of steel, 5,000 sailors, middle of the ocean. No land in sight for months. The USS Dwight D. Eisenhower just completed a 239-day deployment in the Red Sea. That's 8 months straight at sea. 8 months of the same metal walls, the same ocean, the same faces. How do you survive that without losing your mind? The answer might surprise you. These sailors have turned boredom into an art form, and what they do to fight it is nothing short of genius. An aircraft carrier isn't just a warship. It's a floating city with its own gyms, barber shops, libraries, and even ice cream parlors. But when you're stuck in the middle of nowhere with no escape, these facilities become lifelines. Let's dive into the incredible ways our servicemen and women keep their sanity while defending our nation from the world's most isolated workplace. Life on an aircraft carrier is unlike anything civilians experience. You wake up in a room shared with 60 other people. Your bed is a rack stacked 3 high. The berthing compartment is so cramped you can barely turn around. You work 12-hour shifts, sometimes longer. Then you have watch duty on top of that. When you finally get a few hours of free time, you're surrounded by endless ocean. No bars, no restaurants, no parks, just steel and water. The repetitive grind takes a toll. Back in 2022, the USS George Washington saw 11 sailors tragically take their own lives. The Navy realized something critical. Fighting boredom isn't just about entertainment, it's about survival, mental health, mission readiness. Since then, fighting boredom has become a serious operation, and our sailors have gotten creative, really creative. If you've ever wondered how our troops stay strong during long deployments, drop a comment below and let us know your thoughts.
Best cat, because it was 2 months. Ready? Go.
The fitness revolution. The first weapon against boredom? Sweat. Lots of it. Modern aircraft carriers have transformed into floating fitness centers. Take the USS Gerald R. Ford, the Navy's newest supercarrier. This beast has 3 dedicated gyms spread across the ship. We're talking 3,085 square feet of pure workout space. That's bigger than most suburban homes. These aren't basic setups either. They're stocked with top-tier equipment from Hammer Strength, Life Fitness, and Matrix, free weights, Smith machines, ellipticals, treadmills, boxing bags, jump ropes, everything you'd find in a premium gym back home. The USS Abraham Lincoln takes it even further. 9 separate gym facilities scattered throughout the ship. 9. Why so many? Because when you have 5,000 sailors and only so many hours in the day, you need multiple locations to handle the demand. But it's not just about the equipment. The Navy has built an entire culture around fitness. On the USS George Washington, a program called Total Body Fit started with just 12 sailors. Word spread, the energy caught on. Within months, over 200 sailors were showing up regularly. They added music, a sound system, instructors who actually knew how to pump up a crowd. Suddenly, working out wasn't a chore. It was the highlight of the day. Sailors who improve their physical fitness assessment scores get rewarded. Special Liberty Days, letters of commendation from the commanding officer. A perfect score? You get a 48-hour Special Liberty Pass and a formal evaluation entry. That's career-boosting material right there. And when the weather's good, they take it outside. Picture this: a 5K run on the flight deck. The flight deck on a Ford-class carrier is 8,000 square feet larger than the older Nimitz-class ships. That's serious running space. Sailors pound the deck under open sky with nothing but ocean stretching to the horizon. Some runs even include therapy dogs. Yes, therapy dogs. The USS Ford deployed with a dog named Sage, an operational stress control dog who runs alongside sailors, boosting morale with every wagging tail. Quick question for you. Have you ever been stuck somewhere with nothing to do for days? How did you handle it? Drop your answer in the comments. Entertainment and lounges. After a brutal 12-hour shift, the last thing you want is more work. You want to decompress, relax. Forget about flight operations and missile defense for a few hours. That's where the entertainment lounges come in. And these aren't your grandfather's Navy rec rooms. The USS Ford redesigned the entire lounge experience. They moved the lounges away from the sleeping areas. Why? Because nothing ruins sleep like the sound of video games and poker games at 2 in the morning. Now, lounges are in separate compartments. Quiet berthing areas. Loud lounges. Everyone wins. Inside these lounges, you'll find flat-screen TVs hooked up to satellite dishes. News, sports, movies, live events. During the 2024 deployment season, some carriers even stream the Super Bowl and the Oscars live. Imagine watching the biggest sporting event of the year while floating in the Red Sea. These guys did it. Gaming consoles are everywhere. PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch. Sailors form tournaments, bracket-style competitions. Winners get bragging rights and sometimes small prizes from the ship's store. It's fierce, competitive, and it keeps minds sharp. But the real game changer? USO centers. These are specially designed spaces that look nothing like the rest of the ship. The goal is to create a completely different environment. A safe haven, comfortable chairs, mood lighting, snacks and drinks, board games. It's a slice of home in the middle of a war zone. The USS Dwight D. Eisenhower had one of these USO centers during its historic Red Sea deployment. 239 days at sea. Minimal port calls. Constant combat operations against Houthi threats. That USO center became a lifeline, a place where sailors could mentally escape, even if just for an hour. Wi-Fi is available on newer carriers. It's limited, monitored, but it's there. Sailors can send emails, video call their families. It's not perfect, but it's something. And when you're 8 months away from home, something is everything. Before we go further, take a quick second to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it helps us bring you more content like this. We appreciate your support. Food, barbers, and everyday comforts. Let's talk food. Because on a carrier, food is more than fuel. It's morale. It's comfort. It's something to look forward to. Carriers have multiple galleys. On a ship like the USS George Washington, they serve up to 18,000 meals a day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, mid-rats for the night shift, and the kitchens never close, literally. If you're craving a burger at 3 in the morning, you can get one. The culinary specialists keep the line moving around. The clock. During the USS Gerald R. Ford's 8-month deployment, the kitchen staff served over 3 million meals. They went through 48,000 dozen eggs. That's 576,000 eggs, 131,000 hamburgers, 367,000 pounds of chicken, and here's the kicker, 79,000 chocolate chip cookies, President Ford's favorite. The crew crushed them. Beyond the main meals, there are ship stores, like mini convenience stores, candy, chips, soda, energy drinks, snacks. Sailors stock up and bring goodies back to their berthing areas. It's a small thing, but small things matter when you're isolated for months. Then there's the barber shop. Every carrier has one. On larger ships, there are multiple barbers working full-time. These are trained ship servicemen. They handle haircuts, shaves, and grooming. Keeping up appearances isn't just about vanity, it's about discipline, maintaining standards, feeling human. Laundry facilities run non-stop. With 5,000 people generating dirty uniforms daily, industrial-sized machines work overtime. There's even a post office. Mail call is a huge deal. Letters from home, care packages, photos. Mail connects sailors to the outside world. It reminds them why they're out there. And yes, there's ice cream, soda fountains, dessert bars. After a tough day, a simple ice cream cone can lift spirits in ways you wouldn't expect. Organized competitions and camaraderie. Sailors are competitive by nature. Give them an opportunity to compete, and they'll go all in. Sports tournaments are massive on carriers. Basketball is king. Carriers have hoops that can be rolled out onto the hangar deck or flight deck. Teams form by division or squadron. Games get intense. Trash talk flies. Crowds gather. It's March Madness at sea. Dodgeball tournaments are another favorite. Fast-paced, high energy, No special equipment needed, just a ball and some space. Sailors organize league-style play with standings and playoffs. Flight deck games happen when operations allow. Volleyball nets go up. Soccer games break out. Even simple things like relay races or tug-of-war contests draw huge participation. Card games are everywhere. Poker, spades, mahjong. Sailors gather in lounges or berthing areas and play for hours. Some games run for days, with different players rotating in and out as shifts change. Money games are technically against regulations, but friendly competition with small stakes happens anyway. It's tradition. Trivia nights have become wildly popular. Morale, welfare, and recreation departments host weekly events. Teams compete for prizes. Categories range from military history to pop culture. It's mentally engaging and brings people together. Then there are the fitness challenges. Who can run the most miles in a month? Who can do the most pull-ups? Who can hold a plank the longest? Leaderboards go up, prizes are awarded. Fitness becomes a community event, not just a solo grind. One of the most unique events, island tours during port calls. When the USS Eisenhower stopped in Suda Bay, Crete, in 2024, sailors could sign up for organized excursions, hiking through Imbros Gorge, touring the ancient Knossos Palace, golfing at the Crete Golf Club, exploring Lasiti Plateau. These experiences break the monotony and give sailors stories they'll tell for years. Here's a question. What's your favorite way to unwind after a stressful day? Let us know in the comments below. Personal growth and mental wellness. Not every sailor fights boredom with physical activity or entertainment. Many turn inward. They focus on self-improvement. Personal growth, career advancement. Ship libraries are stocked with thousands of books, fiction, non-fiction, military history, technical manuals. Sailors read to escape, to learn, to dream. Reading is one of the oldest and most effective ways to pass time at sea. It's been that way for centuries. Online courses are now accessible on many ships. Sailors take college classes, learn new languages, study for professional certifications. The Navy encourages this. Education benefits career progression. It also keeps minds engaged and sharp. Many sailors study advancement manuals. Every rating has technical material that must be mastered for promotion. Studying during downtime isn't just productive, it's strategic. The next rank means more pay, more responsibility, more respect. Nutrition classes are offered regularly. On the USS George Washington, 10 classes are held each month. Topics include healthy eating habits, meal planning, and behavior modification. Sailors learn how to make smart food choices on the ship. It's about long-term health, not just passing the next fitness test. Mental health support has expanded dramatically. After the tragedies on the USS George Washington, the Navy prioritized mental wellness. Chaplains are available around the clock. Counseling. Services are confidential and encouraged. The stigma around seeking help has decreased significantly. Therapy dogs like Sage provide emotional support. These dogs are trained to detect stress and offer comfort. Sailors can spend time with them during designated hours. It's calming, grounding, a reminder that someone cares. Photography has become a creative outlet. Sailors document life at sea, flight operations, sunsets, portraits of shipmates. Some of this work gets featured in official Navy publications. It's art born from isolation, beauty found in routine. Music programs exist on some ships, bands form, jam sessions happen, even karaoke nights pop up. Singing, playing instruments. It's therapeutic, it's communal, it's human. The reality of combat deployments. Everything we've discussed so far assumes relatively normal operations. But what about combat deployments, when the mission is intense and the stakes are life or death? The USS Dwight D. Eisenhower's 2024 deployment is a perfect case study. This carrier spent nearly 7 months in the Red Sea fighting Houthi missile and drone threats. Combat operations every single day. Minimal port calls. Extended time at sea. The crew earned the Combat Action Ribbon. They fired 155 Standard missiles and 135 Tomahawk land attack missiles. They shot down countless drones. They saved 25 mariners from ships struck by missiles. During this deployment, boredom fighting activities didn't stop. They became even more critical. The stress was immense. The pressure was constant. Sailors needed outlets more than ever. The USO Center on the Eisenhower saw heavy traffic. Sailors cycled through in shifts, grabbing a few minutes of peace before returning to duty. The gyms stayed packed. Physical exertion helped release tension. The mental toll of combat operations is real. Exercise became a pressure valve. Food quality remained high. The culinary team knew that good meals boosted morale. They kept variety in the menu. They celebrated holidays with special dishes. They made sure no one felt forgotten. Mail became even more precious. Letters from home reminded sailors what they were fighting for. Care packages brought smiles. The connection to loved ones kept spirits from breaking. When the Eisenhower finally returned home in July 2024, families flooded the pier. The deployment had lasted 9 months total. It was one of the longest and most intense carrier deployments since World War II. The sailors had fought boredom. They'd fought the enemy, and they'd won both battles. Why this matters? Fighting boredom on an aircraft carrier isn't trivial. It's mission critical. A bored sailor is a distracted sailor. A distracted sailor makes mistakes. Mistakes on a carrier can be catastrophic. But more than that, these men and women deserve quality of life. They've volunteered to serve. They've left families behind. They've put their lives on hold to protect our freedoms. The least we can do is ensure they have the tools to stay mentally and physically healthy. The Navy has learned this lesson the hard way. The suicides, the mental health crises, the retention problems. Investing in morale isn't charity. It's smart leadership. It's honoring the sacrifice these sailors make every single day. And they've responded. Fitness programs, entertainment upgrades, USO centers, therapy dogs, education opportunities. The Navy is taking care of its people, and our sailors are thriving because of it. One last question for you. Do you think we're doing enough to support our troops during deployments? Share your thoughts in the comments. Conclusion. Life on an aircraft carrier is tough. The isolation, the repetition, the pressure. But our sailors have found incredible ways to fight boredom and stay mission ready. From gyms and gaming lounges to therapy dogs and organized sports, they've built a culture of resilience. These aren't just sailors, they're warriors, and they deserve every bit of support we can give them. If this video gave you a new appreciation for our servicemen and women, smash that like button and subscribe for more content honoring our military. We'll see you in the next one.